Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another beautiful video. How you doing? So, on this tutorial, I want to show you how I decorated this beautiful Elsa or frozen cake. Yeah, it's a very detailed video on how I decorated it. Okay, so here I've already crumb coated the cake, right? So there are a lot and lot of videos on how I crumb coat my cakes, just in case you're coming across my video for the first time, right? You can go through the channel and you see a lot of videos on how I crumb coat the cake. So I did not want this particular video to be too long. That is why I just started off by showing you the crumb coated part, right? So if you are seeing my video for the very first time, welcome to my channel. On this channel we decorate a lot of cakes ranging from fondant, buttercream, Swiss meringue, just name it. All the tutorials you need to learn how to bake how to decorate cakes is on this channel. So kindly go through it and learn. Drop your questions and in the comment section. I assure you I reply comments on my channel regarding cake decorating. Please kindly drop the comments for me in the comment section. Thank you so much for staying glued and watching to this point, right? So this Elsa frozen cake, this particular client, I've been baking her cake since she was 2. So on this particular one, she turned 7, and so it's been a long time coming, right? So notice what I am doing right here. When you're rolling your fondant, you need to know the diameters of your cake, the circumference, the width, and the height. The circumference and the height of your cake, right? So that would give you an exact measurement on what you need to roll out on your fondant. So here you can see for a 6-inch for an 8-inch cake, the circumference is usually 23 inches, right? 23 inches, right? So the height will depend on the height of your cake, right? Always take that into cognizance so that your rolled out fondant will not be too short or too small for your cake. That is why you need a measuring tape to measure the entire circumference and the height of your cake, right? So that is very important. Of course, you know that after you've done that, the first thing you need to do is to put your layer of fondant on top. Of course, you need to add water. This thing I'm spraying on it is just water, right, in a spray bottle. If you don't have the spray bottle, you can as well use steamer. Once you steam your cake a bit, you are good to go. This is to enable the fondant to stick to the crumb coated cake, because when you crumb coat your cake and leave it in room temperature, it hardens, right? It hardens. So when you want to apply your fondant like that, it may not stay, right? So that is why you need to sprinkle water on it, so that when you wrap your fondant around it, it will stick to the cake. That is basically the use of water. The water I always spray, because I have a lot of people ask, what is that thing that you spray on your cake? It is just water, right? There is nothing else in it. It's just water in a spray bottle. Sometimes you will see me using a steamer. That is because I don't want to use the water in a spray bottle. So you can as well use steamer, right? They all both work together effortlessly, right? So of course, after wrapping your cake, you need to sharpen your edges. So this thing I'm doing is just to stick the upper layer and the bottom layer together with the smoother, and then of course you cut off. I usually like to do it twice for a sharper edge, and of course you will see it in this video on how I did it twice, right? That is just to ensure that your edges are very sharp, right? So you can even do it 3 times. It all depends. Just ensure that the edges of your cake are very sharp. And of course, please, when you are doing your sharp edges, ensure you take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry. So you can see that I'm not carefully removing the excess, right? You see my hand. That's why I didn't fast forward this particular part of the video, so that you can see all the details. See, your knife should be very sharp, right? And of course, you're going to remove the top from it, and then you flip. And then here is a moment of truth. Your edges are sharp, very sharp. And then you need to cover your board for beauty, for perfect finishing. Your board should always be covered. You can see how thin that fondant I'm using to cover it. I have different method of covering fondant my board. So this is just one of it, right? You can use whatever suits you. So here you see that I removed the middle of the fondant. That's because I was trying to economize my fondant, and then that part is coming directly under the cake, right? There's no need wasting your fondant when, of course, it will be covered. But if you have a lot of fondant and you don't mind, of course, you can leave your board like that without cutting the middle off, right? So here it is. It's already looking nice, right? Like this. It's already looking beautiful. It's already looking perfect, right? So you see that this step by step procedure gives your cake a perfect finishing, right? And of course, I want to encourage you to ensure that your finished products are always very appealing to the eyes, right? So here I needed to do a crown. So I needed to use this template. This is just a paper I had printed for a customer's job. I did not use it all of them, so I just thought to use it as a template, as a guide to cut out this crown. So this crown, you can even you don't necessarily have to use a template. You can use it without a template, but I just thought to use it and show you guys, for precision, right? So that's why I use this template. You can see that I'm just cutting it. So after cutting it, I'm going to just roll out a fondant, right? I'm going to roll out a fondant and then cut it out with it. But I think I excluded that part of that, the part of cutting it off the video. Please forgive me, but it's just basically rolling out your fondant and then putting this template on it and cutting it out. That is just how it was. But I didn't know, I mistakenly removed that part of the video from it. Please forgive me. Thank you so much. Please, if you've watched to this level, kindly subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. Drop your comments and your questions in the comment section. I assure you that I'm going to respond to them. I always do that on my channel, except I don't see your comment. That's when I won't reply. But if I see it, I assure you that I will reply to it. Thank you so much. So here I needed to make this Elsa dress. Of course, I'm using fondant to make it. It was quite easy, right? It was quite easy to make. So just roll out your fondant here. You are going to ensure that your this fondant, I added a little bit of CMC to it to harden it a bit, so that when I make the dress, they will not fall off the cake, right? So of course, you're going to ensure that your fondant is not too soft when you are doing it. This is to ensure that your fondant will not fall off the cake eventually, right? So just roll out a thin fondant. See how it is. It's not too thick, not too thin, and it works perfectly. So here you just make the dress like the way I am doing. you don't necessarily have to make your dress like this. You can do it another method, right? So here I was just going the way it was, right? I was just doing it sequentially, but you can actually do it once, like you just roll out your fondant and apply it once. So eventually I removed this entire dress and made another one, right? So that was because I thought it was not pretty enough, right? So I removed it entirely and I made another one. That was after I had done everything on the cake. I just came back, I looked at it, I said, no, this thing is not nice. So I removed it. I started again. So here, these are just fondant that I cut in pieces and then I allowed it to dry so that they can just stand like that, right? So they are just frills, fondant frills that I made. I allowed them to dry so that they can hold on the body. These are supposed to be eyes. That's spikes. If you watched Frozen, right? Those spikes when she was running off her home, right? This was what I was trying to create here. So I just cut fondant like that, and then this is rice paper, right? For the rice paper, I just used water. I'm sorry I didn't show you that part. Just add a little coloring to water, ordinary water, room temperature, right? I put them inside and then I put them on this what's it called, this mat to dry. That was basically how I did the rice paper, right? So I needed to just put some little effect on it. So I had to create this mold for the dress and for the other side of it, just to accentuate it a bit. So I used the royal icing to stick the rice paper to the cake, right? Even the other spikes, I used royal icing to stick them to the cake. So here I was just dusting off the cake, and this was the crown that I made, the crown that I cut off. Like I said, when I cut off that template, I just rolled that fondant and cut it out from it, and then this is it, right? Of course, you're going to put it here to allow it dry or something like that, right? So this was just removing it, and it was so nice, right? What do you think? Please kindly drop your comments. Rate this cake on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know how much you like it, and let me know if you'll be trying it for your customer. Let me know if you learned anything from this video. Thank you so much. Here you steam your cake and you tape your cake, and that is all done. Your client is ready for pickup. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.